Welcome back, guys. In this video, we'll tell you an inspiring success story of Steve Jobs. From a college dropout to a multi-billionaire, how did he get here? But in response of this video, we need something from you. Just to subscribe. Press that red button, chill, and watch the whole video. He was the co-founder of Apple Technologies. Steve Jobs was born on the 24th of February 1955 in San Francisco, California. Steve Jobs was born from the relationship of two young university students, the Syrian Abdul Fattah Jandali and Swiss-German-American Joanne Carroll. These students had not enough financial resources to take care of a baby, and they gave him up for adoption. Steve Jobs was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. He grew up with one sister, Patty. Paul Jobs was a machinist and fixed cars as a hobby. Jobs remembers his father being very skilled at working with his hands. His parents gave him up for adoption, and Steve was since then taking care of Paul Jobs, a Coast Guard veteran, and his wife Clara. In his new family, Steve was brought up well, although he was different from the children of his age. He was brilliant-minded. As a child, Jobs preferred doing things by himself. He swam competitively but was not interested in team sports or other group activities. He showed an early interest in electronics and gadgetry. He spent a lot of time working in the garage workshop of a neighbor who worked at Hewlett-Packard, an electronics manufacturer. While in high school, Jobs attended lectures at the Hewlett-Packard plant. On one occasion, he boldly asked the president, William Hewlett, for some parts he needed to complete a class project. Hewlett was so impressed, he gave Jobs the parts and offered him a summer internship at Hewlett-Packard. After graduating from high school in 1972, Jobs attended Reed College in Portland, Oregon for 2 years. But unfortunately, he dropped out after one semester to visit India and study Eastern religions in the summer of 1974. In 1975, Jobs joined a group known as the Homebrew Computer Club. He personally thought that college is giving him nothing, no practical knowledge, but only taking his parents' savings. He then attended creative classes, including a course in calligraphy. By 1974, Jobs started a job as a real game designer, but again gave it up and suddenly traveled to India to gain spiritual enlightenment. He was deeply interested in Buddhism. At the age of 21, Steve and Wozniak started working on the Apple computer. Their beginning was very humble, and they used Steve's family garage as their workplace. Back when Jobs was enrolled at Homestead High School, he was introduced to his future partner and co-founder of Apple Computer, Wozniak, who was attending the University of California, Berkeley. Jobs had realized there was a huge gap in the computer market. At the time, almost all computers were mainframes. They were so large that one could fill a room and so costly that individuals could not afford to buy them. Advances in electronics, however, meant that computer components were getting smaller and the power of the computer was increasing. At a time when computers were just too expensive for the daily use, Steve Jobs, along with Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne, founded the Apple Computers in 1976. Jobs and Wozniak redesigned computer with the idea of selling it to individual users. The Apple II went to market in 1977 with impressive first-year sales of $2.7 million. The company's sale grew to $200 million within 3 years. This was one of the most phenomenal cases of corporate growth in US history. Jobs and Wozniak had opened an entirely new market of personal computers. Personal computers began an entirely new way of processing information. In 1984, Apple introduced a revolutionary new model, the Macintosh. The on-screen display had small pictures called icons. To use the computer, the user pointed at an icon and clicked a button using a new device called a mouse. This process made the Macintosh very easy to use. The Macintosh did not sell well to businesses because it lacked features other personal computers had, such as a corresponding high-quality printer. The failure of the Macintosh signaled the beginning of Jobs' downfall at Apple. Jobs resigned in 1985 from the company he had helped found, though he retained his title as chairman of its board of directors. Jobs soon hired some of his former employees to begin a new computer company called NeXT. Late in 1988, the NeXT computer was introduced at a large gala event in San Francisco aimed at the educational market. However, the NeXT machine never caught on. It was too costly, had a black and white screen, and could not be linked to other computers or run common software. So, in 1997, Jobs returned to his post as Apple's CEO. Just as Jobs started Apple's success in the 1970s, he did the same in 1990s. He's always credited because of energizing the company in the 1990s. In 1998, the all-in-one iMac computer was released by Jobs and his fellow engineers. The first mission was to get rid of the floppy disk drive and introduce a CD-ROM slot. In 1998, Jobs announced the release of the iMac, which featured powerful computing at an affordable price. The iBook was unveiled in July 1999. This is a clam-shaped laptop that is available in bright colors. It includes Apple's AirPort, a computer version of the cordless phone that would allow the users to surf the internet wirelessly for the first time. These computers also drew attention for their style and design. The world then witnessed Steve Jobs introducing many gadgets like the iPod, iPhone, iPad, and many more. He was also extremely passionate and fearless when it came to growing his company. Many actions in his career were controversial and to some extent risked Apple's future. He had an extraordinary ability to push people to their limits without getting too close to shore. Also, if you were a potential customer or an existing one, you'll also admit that the Apple's products are the best. He was a great seller. For his outstanding contributions, Steve Jobs won many awards. It was with the aim of developing and selling personal computers that Steve Jobs, Ronald Wayne, and Steve Wozniak founded Apple. With their innovation, Jobs and his partners continued working on their evolution and democratized computer technology in a very different way. In 2004, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. However, he did not stop his activity at Apple until he resigned as CEO of the company in 2011, giving way to Tim Cook. Jobs' illness was not made public and he continued to work normally. Although it's true that as the disease progressed, the media questioned about his state of health. In 2009, he underwent a liver transplant, but soon after the cancer reappeared, his health condition was very bad by the disease. But his desire to work was not reduced at any time. Despite the strength he showed, Steve Jobs died on October 5, 2011 at just 56 years old. Today, Apple is perhaps the largest information technology company for its revenue and assets. It's also known to be the second largest mobile manufacturing company from the US. Its customer circle has expanded to all over the world. Beyond the world of technology, Jobs had donned the roles of a humanitarian, philanthropist, and environmentalist, thereby influencing people worldwide. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Sometimes life is going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. This is one of the best advice to you from the legend Steve Jobs. That's it from this video. We hope you liked it. The comment section is all yours. Do tell us your suggestions about next videos. Hit like and subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icon for more interesting videos. I hope to see you soon in my next video. Till then, watch our previous videos to get more inspiration. Bye-bye.